Imagine a world not so different from ours, yet operating on principles that defy our understanding. A world where the laws of physics are not just suggestions, but the basis of their existence. This is the story of a group of beings who hailed from such a place, a parallel world or perhaps another era entirely, their origins cloaked in enigma. When they first arrived, their presence was met with a mixture of disbelief, confusion, and curiosity. How could it be? Beings from another realm right here amongst us? But as the shock wore off, we began to realize the profound differences between our worlds. In their world, technology was not a tool, but an extension of the self, an integral part of their existence. Their understanding of science was leaps and bounds ahead of ours, with knowledge that seemed to defy our most advanced theories. They had a grasp of quantum mechanics, space-time manipulation, and advanced AI technology that left our brightest minds in awe. Their arrival was not without challenges. There was a cultural shock, a clash of ideas, and a struggle to comprehend their advanced logic. Their ways were alien to us and ours to them. They operated on principles that seemed to negate our understanding of how things should be. But in this clash of civilizations, we were presented with an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to evolve. They didn't come to conquer or to colonize. Their arrival was not marked by grand displays of power or threats of annihilation. They came in peace, with a desire to share their knowledge, to help us understand their science, their technology, and their way of life. They came bearing the gift of a new perspective, a different way of thinking that challenged our preconceived notions and opened our minds to new possibilities. And so they came, not with an invasion in mind, but with a revolution of thought, a promise of change. Their arrival marked the beginning of a new era, an era of enlightenment, an era of discovery, and an era of change. Little did we know then just how much their arrival would alter the course of our world. As the sun rose on a new era, humanity braced itself for the changes to come. The dawn of change wasn't heralded by trumpets or grand declarations, but by a subtle shift in the way we perceived our world. These enigmatic individuals, originating from a realm far detached from our own, brought with them a tapestry of novel ideas, concepts that our earthborn minds had yet to conceive. Their perspective was as different as night and day, like viewing the world through a prism that refracted our reality into a spectrum of unexplored possibilities. This was a revolution of thought, an intellectual renaissance that rippled through every level of our society, reshaping it, molding it into something remarkably different. They introduced us to new sciences, disciplines that were as alien to us as their origins. Harnessing the power of these new sciences, we made strides in fields we didn't even know existed. It was as if we had been gifted a new set of tools, and with these tools, we could sculpt our future in ways we never dreamed possible. Their influence led to breakthroughs in technology that redefined the parameters of what was achievable. They touched every aspect of our lives, from the way we communicate to the way we travel, to the way we perceive ourselves in the grand tapestry of the universe. Their unique perspective also had profound implications on our societal structures, challenging established norms and inviting us to question the status quo. They encouraged us to embrace diversity, to consider the multitude of perspectives that exist within our world, and to appreciate the richness that such diversity brings. In their wake, they left a world transformed. A world that had been set in its ways now found itself questioning, exploring, and innovating. A world that was once confined by the limits of its own understanding now saw those limits shattered. A planet once set in its ways found itself on a very different path, guided by minds that knew no bounds. Our blue planet, a silent observer of the transformations, found itself caught in the whirlwind of change. As the newcomers from a different era, a parallel world, introduced their unique perspectives and logic, they stirred the pot of our established norms and ideas. The Earth was no longer the same. These changes were not without their challenges. Our existing structures, both physical and intellectual, faced an uphill struggle to adapt to these new ways of thinking. The once reliable compass of logic seemed to spin out of control, pointing in directions previously thought impossible. The old order was shaken, and the world as we knew it was turned upside down. Among the most pressing issues was the environment. The newcomers' disregard for our established climate regulations led to a significant increase in greenhouse gas emissions. The repercussions were immediate and dire. Our planet experienced extreme weather events and rising global temperatures, a stark reminder of the fragility of our ecosystem. The old order, comfortable in their ways, struggled to respond effectively to this environmental crisis. But the newcomers' influence was not confined to the environment. Their different logic and perspectives touched every level of our society, sparking conflicts and controversies. Some saw them as disruptors, others as innovators. But one thing was clear: their presence changed the course of our history. Their ways of thinking challenged our norms, our beliefs, and our values. They opened the door to new sciences, to new ways of understanding our world and ourselves. This period of change was tumultuous, filled with uncertainty and fear. Yet it was also a time of discovery and growth. It was a time when the old was questioned and the new was born. The impact on Earth was profound. From the environment to social structures, from science to philosophy, the newcomers' footprints were indelibly imprinted on our planet. They reshaped our world, and in doing so, they reshaped us. As the dust settled, a new world was born, forever marked by the footprints of those who came from another era. As the echoes of their influence fade, their legacy endures, etched in the annals of our history. These otherworldly visitors, hailing from an era or parallel world strikingly different from our own, have left an indelible mark on planet Earth. Their arrival sparked a radical shift in our paradigms, forcing us to reassess our established norms and opening up doors to new sciences and ways of thinking. The impact of their influence has been both profound and far-reaching. On one hand, their arrival has brought about substantial challenges across various sectors. The drastic changes they introduced have disrupted the equilibrium, creating a ripple effect of problems. On the other hand, their presence has also been a catalyst for positive change, pushing our planet onto a different path, a path that is potentially more sustainable and inclusive. From this event, we've learned that change, while often uncomfortable, is a necessary part of growth and progress. The lessons imparted by these visitors are a reminder that we must remain open to new ideas and different perspectives, for they hold the potential to transform our world in unimaginable ways. In the grand tapestry of time, the threads of their existence continue to weave their intricate patterns, a testament to the power of change and the enduring allure of the unknown.